Hello, this is Spenser, the DM for Etherreach, and you're listening to Etherreach on the Homebrew Podcast Network.
So, we are back. We are going to be heading into orientation. We last saw Nerine and Aurelia linked arm in arm.
We're best friends now.
Traveling down the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
And as you begin to travel down the stairs, all of you individually begin to remember that you have orientation in about 10 minutes. So you need to start heading your way down there.
Mm-hmm.
Debi, you would see that as you come out of your dorm room, you would look towards the main stairway, and there's Aurelia. Like, oh my god, that's actually Aurelia. And she is linked arm in arm with this small fish person.
Cool.
I mean, wild, but like, huh. Oh, that's interesting. Make a history check for me, please.
Oh,
depending on which...
a nat 20.
Hey!
Let's go. High five, Layne.
You honestly kind of go,
Heck yeah.
oh shit,
Nat
that's
20.
that's not a fish person. That's racist of me. That's an aquafarian.
I got my own
God.
ick, like this my own ick.
Yeah, I'm icking on myself
Yeah,
right
you
now.
didn't-
I'm like, ugh.
You didn't say anything, but you're like, that's, yeah.
I like hate myself a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. Take 2 points of mental. No, no, I'm joking. So you have those different thoughts of, holy shit, I'm in the school with Aurelia.
Cool.
Didn't realize that Aurelia was going to be here along with the prince.
Cool.
I'm
cool.
really in some venerated space.
I'm probably thinking like, man, I wish I enjoyed that genre more. Because this otherwise would be really cool.
You see across the way from the balcony across from you. Shit. Just kidding.
I see shit coming down.
You're currently on the third floor coming down to the second, so you wouldn't see anything.
Oh, okay.
You would, though, see coming down, because you're in the library, and you can see across the library, across the lobby, into the stairs that lead up to the third floor where the dormitories are. And you see a number of different characters start to come down the stairs, and you have the thought to yourself of, oh, right, I have orientation. I have to go to that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have to go to that.
Not quite like that, but yeah.
Yeah. And so you break away from the books of looking for different jobs and
Yeah,
opportunities.
I'll put the stuff I was looking away.
Put it all away. And as you begin to leave, you look towards the person in the corner. They haven't moved an inch.
Is she backing her nose in her books, like oblivious of stuff?
Yes.
I'm gonna go walk back over towards her a little bit.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait before I say anything in front of her to see if she notices me.
Okay. You stand there, and it's not right away. There's this kind of... Oh.
Orientation's about to start soon.
Okay. Thank you.
Can I insight her?
Yes.
I put dislikes people in the notes.
That's a 10.
10. From what you've seen, you're gathering that she's annoyed she has to put her book down.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I get that.
I'm gonna
Every day
then
at work.
leave her to her stuff. And
And she'll kind of ignore you now as she takes one or two books along with the one that she was reading and doesn't dog tag the page. She keeps her finger locked into the page where it is and then picks up the other two books, carries it down with her, and she stays at about 5 or 6 paces behind you as you walk away.
Her fingers.
she's like kind of following after me almost.
Yeah, but you guys are
By
heading
distance,
yeah, at a distance. You guys are heading in the same direction, though. You kind of follow your way right behind Debi. Up to you if you want to catch up with her or not.
Nah, Stella and I are probably distracted talking about what
you
we're
guys are
gonna
talking
do.
about stuff and all the different projects that you're thinking of working on. It's catching
I'm
up in your
trotting.
little bro time.
Oh, yeah.
What?
I said I'm trotting.
Yeah.
The
And
amount of
you're having
weapons I've designed is kind of startling. It's kind of frightening. if you think about it.
Which one? Which?
I mean, I have a whole journal, and he's like flips through, and he's
Yeah.
like, okay, I mean, do we want to start alphabetically? It's going to take a while.
Oh my god! What's the total number of inventions that you have?
Let's see.
Weapons.
2,
Sorry, Debi, you're way ahead of us. I couldn't hear you very well.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 20. It's going to take a while.
Okay, that's right. As you will, and actually you are still counting by the time you go down the main staircase and
I'm not looking
into...
where I'm going. I'm just...
Stellan kind of leads you into the theater, and everybody's kind of converging onto the theater. Of note, there are a couple of different kind of
A bunch of
weirder
virgins.
characters.
Weird.
Well, just noteworthy. Obviously, Asteriel's there.
Mhm.
She's sitting there well before you. She's in the very front. There are 20 seats lined up, I should state. There are 5 rows of 4 that
I'm
all
sitting in the
point...
fucking back in the corner.
Okay, you're way in the back in the corner.
Melron loves
Basically.
people.
All facing the stage, where you see that there are 5 different, more adult people standing up there, and you'll get to know them in due time. Of the students that are already sitting down, you see Cedric is already there. He's at the very front on the right-hand side, and the 2 guards, Eric and Steven, are over against the wall, very close to him. Nobody's sitting around him. You sit in the opposite corner of Cedric. You would see this smaller dwarf figure in the second row, with his head kind of sitting down, and you see very stocky shoulders with this long red hair that flows down behind the chair, and he's kind of just like looking around and taking everything in. His feet don't even really reach the floor. He's just kind of kicking as he's sitting there. You also see this very interesting Air Genasi character, very lithe, very similar to your body, where it's very in tune and very trained with this sort of rolling kind of texture, and you gather, oh, this is an Air Genasi. That's not typically what one would see. And as you sit down in the far corner, Nerine, as you walk in with Aurelia, as you make footsteps and as people turn around and look at you too, there are gasps. And there are like hushed whispers as you walk in with Aurelia on your arm.
Yeah.
And she doesn't make any notice, but you're on her arm. Do you say anything or do anything?
Can I do a perception check to see if I clock anyone?
Sure, go for it.
That's an 8.
An 8?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm sorry. The prince.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a guy, I think, in a royal outfit. I don't know, there's guards next to him. He seems really put together.
Yeah.
That's probably the prince. Otherwise, you're with Aurelia.
Yeah.
Where do you two want to sit?
I'm going to look up at Aurelia. Aurelia, where would you like to sit?
Oh, do you mind? I'm so sorry. Do you mind if we sit in the back?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Thank you. Appreciate it. And they sit down in the opposite corner from you. As you two kind of settle into that spot, Debi, you would be next. As you come in and you enter the area, you would see Aurelia again, and sitting down with the Air Genasi in the back right corner. You know that Stellan and Karl are coming in. You can wait for them to catch up to you if you want. You also see the Crown Prince, Cedric, in the front right. Or are you just playing? Okay, I thought that was a question.
No.
I mean, is there like a group of 3 seats?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
easily. Yeah,
So
in like the third row.
Okay,
Up in the
so
front if you
I'll
don't mind sitting
probably
on the stereo.
wait the, I don't know, 2 seconds it'll take for
Yeah.
Stellan and Karl to
So,
catch up.
like 5 minutes, 5 seconds as they walk up, and Karl is still counting for whatever reason. He's in the 40s right now as he's
Right.
counting.
Right.
And Stellan kind of looks over to you. Hi, Debi.
Hi, Stellan.
Do you want to all sit together?
Yes, there's a group of 3 seats in the 3rd row. Let's go sit over there.
That sounds good to me. Come on, Karl.
What?
You're at 52. Remember that.
I'm aware.
Okay. And all 3 of you kind of sit down and start like excitedly chattering amongst each other. You notice, I'm so sorry, I didn't realize this. You sit down in your corner and you see the Air Genasi sitting right in front of you.
And I clock her right away.
You clock her right away.
Like Narine's grip on Aurelia, because she's kind of like, because she's, petite, her locked arm is more like her kind of holding on to.
Right.
But now that they're sitting, she's kind of still like arm in arm, but she kind of goes, Aurelia, do you know who that is in front of us?
Oh.
That's Sariva.
Sariva?
Yeah.
Who's...
What was it? It was the... No, I know. I'm trying to remember.
It's the gym.
I'm gonna fight you.
She's less attractive than Asteriel, just remember that.
She's less attractive.
That's what matters.
She's
Oh,
a 14.
Right. That's right. It's
You
'cause
know
she's
what? In my eyes,
Actually, I don't know why.
she's more beautiful.
Probably because she's ugly.
Honestly, when you get into that range, it's just a matter of taste.
Sariva of the Magic Circus?
The Magical Circus?
Yes.
I honestly can't say I've ever seen it. I've heard
You
about it.
have to.
I know about it. I've never seen it.
She is so talented. She is so talented.
I'll have to ask her to perform. Or I'll have to ask to take a look at her. Maybe she could work backup one of my shows.
Maybe.
Okay. And as you continuously whisper Sariva, you see her kind of like obviously clock that her name's being said.
Oh man.
And
That's good.
she's gonna kind of look around. She's not gonna say anything yet, but you see her kind of perk up.
Yet is the key word.
I'm just kind of like a little excited wiggle. We're in the far back, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Nerine kind of like scoots to be like sitting perched on top of her seat so that she can actually see.
Or like where her
Because
feet are on the seat
Yeah.
of the seat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's pequeño, so she has to get a good vantage point.
What did you? What?
Pequeño.
Small.
Okay.
Gherkin.
Um,
I'm
as
so uncultured. I don't know what's going on.
as you continue to sit there, some of the more notable characters that appear, you recognize Grush.
Mhm.
As he walks in, he sees you with Aurelia, and he comes over and he kind of scooches around you, and he, sorry, and sits down next to you, and he's like the chair bends and squeaks as he sits down.
He's such a big boy.
Hello, Nerine.
Hi, Grush.
Hello, Aurelia. And she kind of, hello, what is your name? And he takes out the little book that he has in his hand, and he kind of,
Can I glance at his
just-
book?
yeah,
I
Yeah,
always
go
like
for
to
it.
glance at his book.
Yeah.
What? How many rows are there?
There are 5.
What am I rolling?
What row are they in?
Roll for perception.
They're in
17
the-
plus
all the way in
6.
the back?
17
I
plus
was
6.
in that one.
That
We're in
one,
the third row.
you cannot see around his giant hand.
Mm-hmm.
That's like at eye level for you, basically.
I want to
With the way that his hand is tilted, and he's more focused on them. You very clearly see that this is an Orc to Common dictionary.
Orc to common.
Orc to Common, yes.
Orc to common.
Octagon.
Mm.
And he kind of flips through and he says to Aurelia, again, please. And she says, how are you doing? And he goes, oh, I am good. Thank you.
He's so cute.
She asked what your name was.
Right.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Listen, it's Orc to common, okay?
Leave it in.
Anyway.
Oh, so she already said his name.
Yes,
So,
Yeah.
you
yes. So I'm the dumb one here. I'm the idiot.
know. Maybe a little bit.
I mean,
Oh,
but
thank
you're
you.
like
Yeah.
you're like really handsome, so it's okay.
Oh my god. You have to cut this out.
No.
So anyway, as that whole interaction is happening and as he's kind of stumbling through his words, a couple of the other characters that walk in particular, note to you as you're kind of conversing around them, there's this one small gnome that you've seen walk in before, who walks in, kind of walks his way over to the second row, and as he turns to get into the second row, he clocks Karl, and immediately there's this sense of recognition and oh my god. He doesn't say that out loud, but he like there's this moment where he's like, oh my gosh, I recognize who that is, and then keeps his cool as best he can.
Do I notice it?
Well, let's see if I notice it.
Okay. Yeah, make a perception check for both of you.
Well, would it probably be passive? Because I'm not paying attention.
You are not paying attention.
Yeah, so-
You were probably paying more
I'm paying
attention.
attention to
Yes.
everyone.
7.
7, you do not notice.
19.
19, you definitely notice that
Cool.
there's this, for all intents and purposes, kid who saw Karl and started to freak out.
In like a good way, a bad way.
In a good way.
Cool.
In a good way. And he kind of stands there and kind of like, you hear his feet kind of hit the ground,
I
and
love
then
it.
and then he
Vibrating.
walks to the far end of the road so that he doesn't appear too like excitable, and basically sits right in front of you.
Excellent.
After that, you would clock also you're a person that you don't recognize. You recognize as your person from the library, kind of come down reading still with 2 books under her arm as she walks in and sits next to you in the third row, far away on the left-hand side. Doesn't interact, doesn't make eye contact with
What's
you.
she
Doesn't say
reading?
anything. What's she reading?
Yeah.
Make a perception check.
I'm really good at those too. I'm so good at those. Let's try this one. Perfect. 7.
Again.
That was active.
What would you see? You would take a look at the book that she's kind of reading, except you are not subtle about it at all. You very much lean over into her field of view, to which she kind of at the same time...
She's leaning away, and he just keeps leaning over.
Karl, you're... No, stop. Stellan, grab him. Grab him.
I fall into her lap. I lean too much, and I'm just like in her lap.
You say that... Roll a dexterity saving throw.
She's gonna yeet him out.
21.
21?
Nice.
You feel that, and then for whatever reason, your core, which is insanely strong, you're like over here.
As I'm like falling, not only do I tense my core, but I grab the chair, and so when I pull up, I'm like unintentionally like that.
Oh my god! And you guys, oh my god! And you
like
guys
I'm
are
like
so
super close to her, like uncomfortably.
And that's actually what happens, because you said Stellan grab him.
Oh my god!
And Stellan like reached forward to grab you.
Oh my god!
Didn't anticipate that you'd sit up so quickly.
Oh my god!
And face to face. And there's this moment where he's like, "You okay?"
With me and Stellan?
Yes. You
Oh no! I meant that I did it with whoever's next to me.
Oh,
No, who
okay.
I'm leaning towards. I fell over to the point where I was passing her, and so I grabbed the chair, and now I'm like this with the person I was leaning on.
I see. Okay, thank you for clarifying.
But Stellan's also right there.
She's kind of leaning over, and after you've grabbed the chair and you come back up, she kind of sits up, and you have this moment, and you lock eyes with her, and there's this deep, brimming intelligence
She's smart.
that you haven't really seen out of many people.
There's like a pause and a small tilt of the head. What are you reading?
Shut up! Oh my god!
How to win friends and influence people?
Well, whatever it is, it's working. Karl.
Oh. Zafira. And bad handshake.
No, he's very gentle. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. And it's still bad.
Oh, I'm lightheaded.
Is this a commotion that like everybody can notice?
No. No, this is a relatively quiet
Debi
thing.
notices. Debi is clocking this.
And
in.
Debi is
Sorry,
lightheaded.
I like scoot back to my seat, but
What about
we're next to each
21
other, right? Is
passive
that the- yeah.
perception?
What?
What if my
Oh,
21
you would see it.
Mhm.
You would absolutely see
I
it.
see. Yeah.
You
And
see
you're
all that
probably
I'm
happen.
also in the
seeing
back,
me
so I can see
vibrate.
everything.
Yes, exactly.
You see me vibrate.
I am vibrating. Right
What about with
now.
my
I'm going-
passive perception of
Bubble.
a 24?
Bubble is forming. I can't.
Oh my god. Yeah, you absolutely catch that. Yeah.
Wait, what's your?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a 24.
yeah.
This might be a
damn.
little bit forward, but you seem quite intelligent. There's something about the way you carry yourself.
I make an effort.
Oh my god, she's so humble too.
Hmm.
What brings you to the school?
To be honest, family mainly. I'm let's see. Down the row over there is my cousin.
And they
adopted
look
sibling.
past you, vibrating tiefling. And you can also see Stellan kind of like very clearly staring forward, like not wanting to get involved in this. You are very much like wanting to be involved in this, and he is not. Not in an awkward way, in a I don't want to be cock block. This is
I'm helping you by not
Yeah.
being here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And then, yes, let's see. My father's part of the Tinkerers Union, and my mother is the guildmaster of the Cosmocosa.
Oh, Gianna, correct?
Yes,
And the Tinkerers Union, helded by Zelda Dinkelduck.
Mhm.
And is your father, would that be Anton?
No, Hansel.
Hansel Slaughter.
Yeah.
He's an impressive man.
Yes, it keeps him quite busy.
Thank you, Karl.
Might I, I'll pull out my blueberry.
And she'll kind of like...
And keep this a secret between us. And I'm going to pull out my Book of Shadows.
Oh.
I have a feeling that these aren't as safe and secure and unheard as the authorities wish for us to know. You know,
Such a conspiracy.
they gave
theorist.
us something to communicate. They're probably listening. That's only logical.
Conspiracies.
But
There's always
this is my magic book.
Okay.
You write your name in it. We can message each other a little more privately,
Oh my god.
a little more safely.
Oh my god.
Make a persuasion check.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah.
Mhm.
Literally.
Don't let me down, banana dice. All right, that's fine. Soft 20.
Soft 20.
Oh yeah.
And she is going to...
Counts.
You did see that deep brimming intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
She is completely out of her element here. She has no idea what to do, but you have successfully hit a chord with her, and she very gingerly and without losing eye contact pierces a little bit of her hand and signs her name in blood.
Oh my god.
In your notebook.
Dramatic.
That is
Mhm.
And then
crazy. Shut
to
up.
close the wound.
Terrible.
So now, so you're aware, because I can do this up to 4 times, so she's 1.
Right.
I can cast Sending to her
Mhm.
without a spell slot.
Okay.
No components. In doing so, I write the message in the page. She hears it in her mind, she replies, and it appears in writing on the page.
Good to know.
That is so cute.
Warlock shit.
Oh
Imagine
my
sexting
God.
like that.
Oh my god. Stop it.
She
Insane.
make an insight check.
Can I also make an insight check?
I'm doing great for someone who's supposed to suck at this. 15.
15. You get the sense that she knows this already. She was she knows exactly what you're doing. None of this is going to surprise her.
Mm.
Oh,
Knowledgeable.
perhaps she's a warlock as well.
Would my higher number make any
Power
difference?
couple.
I mean, you're getting the sense you're not as intimately familiar with that
Right.
level of magic, so
Right.
it's not necessarily that you get the sense that you get the same thing. You just know that there is this wavelength that was just connected,
Cool.
and you didn't realize it,
Right.
or like, and
And I don't quite understand like why or
Yeah.
how or what, but
Yeah.
it's there.
Yes.
And like tangible to me almost.
yes,
Mhm.
exactly.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
If I may,
Of course, yeah.
thank you.
Carl's the
Carl?
fucking Riz master.
I know.
I'll just lean over to Stellan. What just happened?
My fucking guy, and he kind of.
I'm like
Daps
confused
you
as he's
up.
like dapping me up. I'm like, what is going on?
And,
Again, I am vibrating.
Is that not how you make friends? Did I do too little?
no, you did great. We'll talk afterwards. We'll talk in our room.
Yeah, okay.
And so yeah, that happened. You got Saphira's signature.
And her number.
Yeah. And her blood.
And her
so-
blood, apparently.
You got a lot of things. Now you just need to get her spit.
I will.
I should state, the intelligence is what was noteworthy.
Yeah.
She is not. She's really pretty too.
Yeah.
Like in a very dark,
Unique
exotic.
way.
Yeah, I saw her rating.
Yeah. What is it?
7.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
With that, everybody the rest of the students gather in, with you two sitting at your vantage points and kind of intermingling and getting some small talk for you.
Mhm.
You say nothing. You notice that 19 of the students are here by the time that Dean Hardmire steps forward and says, "Okay, so it's about time. Welcome, everybody, to Etherreach orientation. My name is Dean Hardmire, as you all know. I am the head administrator and the fine arts teacher here at the school. I'm so thrilled to have each and every one of you here, and I'm sure we're going to have an incredibly memorable time. We wanted to take a quick moment to introduce ourselves and describe what we'll be doing for each of your classes and give you a kind of a step-through guide of what your life at Etherreach is going to look like. Over here on my left, and she points over to this tanned human man who is wearing this knit sweater type of vibe to it, but you can tell that there's muscles underneath. He keeps himself very fit, has very much a Dorito shape to his body.
Dorito shape.
Where did your pelvis go?
And he steps forward and he has this kind of long, comes down to about right here, hair, where he kind of steps forward and he says, "Hello, my name is Professor Oligath. I'll be your history teacher for this year. I'm excited to teach every single one of you, and we'll talk more about the subject when we get to our classrooms. Thank you." And he steps back, and the next person who steps forward is another half-orc woman. She is fairly tall, 5'11". Not necessarily as big as the other half-orcs that you've seen, but still of a commanding size. And she steps forward and she says, "Hello, my name is Dr. Unkirian. I'll be your maths professor. It'll be tough, and I expect everyone to put your best effort forwards." And she locks eyes with you, specifically.
Interesting.
Wow.
Interesting.
This guy must
And
suck
then
at math.
steps-
Tension already.
Steps back in line. On the dean's right, the next person steps forward. This is a mostly balding man with a white tank top and a little bit of a gut showing. He steps forward and he goes, "Hello, my name is Coach Mike McKellen. I'll be in charge of all of our athletic activities. And I'll be, watching over the gym if you need anything from me."
Let's
Cool?
fucking
All right.
Go, Coach Mike.
And the last person who steps forward is this stunningly gorgeous blonde woman with a undercut, with hair that flows over to her right-hand side, with these piercing blue eyes and a gentle scattering of freckles along her face, with very angular jawline and cheekbones, and very well-kept and very dressed very well. And she steps forward and she says, "Well, hi there. My name is Professor Miara. I'll be happy to be your school nurse and your science professor. I'm very excited to be teaching y'all all about biology and anatomy, chemistry and physics, all the sorts of things that I'm sure all of us are going to get to know very intimately."
Yes. So
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And the dean says, "Okay, so you've met all of us. We want to hear from all of you. So if we'd like, let's start at the very front. And I'm sure you all know who this is. Cedric, would you like to start us off?" And he already, you can tell, he's uncomfortable. As he kind of stands up and turns around and faces the rest of the class, and he stands up and he goes, "Hello, my name is Cedric. I'm very thrilled to be here at Etherreach. I am here as a political leader, and I'll be happy to get to know everybody. Let's have a great semester."
No one else claps.
No. 2 people clap, and he clocks you too.
the pink and the blue.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cotton candy. Let's go.
Hey. Yeah.
Is that Team Cotton Candy over there?
Yeah.
I guess that makes us Team Fafo, probably. Fuck around, find out.
Yes. That's pretty good.
I just heard how much we sound alike.
The next person that stands up is the you recognize him from the front, or from when you pulled up. It's this very handsome, conventionally attractive, sandy blonde hair with an open shirt showcasing a very fit midriff. And he stands up and he goes, "Sup, name's Asher. Pretty chill, gonna be here. Hope you don't mind. You're gonna be in a couple videos. I'm here for mainly the marketing stuff like that. I want to make sure we're all shown in a good light. And he
What's a video?
sees you at the very back. And he kind of goes, and you see like a little shade of a wink, and sits back down.
Game recognizes game.
He's a
Hot
2.
recognizes
He's
hot.
below me.
I know. You're his threat. You're the contest.
Yeah.
The
If he
only
can
other person who
dominate
can
you.
compete is Aurelia and Miara, apparently.
Next, you recognize Asteriel as she stands up and she says, "Hello, everybody. My name is Asteriel. Happy to be here. Excited to learn. Excited to be here. Let's go. Hoorah."
Hoorah!
And she sits back down.
Just lean over to Stella and she sounds kind of serious.
And as the last person in the front row stands up, this is another similar to Miara, but a little less striking, a little bit less model-esque. She's very much more elegant. As she stands up, very light platinum blonde hair comes down, and she's wearing glasses as she stands up, and she's dressed in a very prim and proper outfit, and has this gentle elegance about her as she stands up, and she says, "Hello, my name is Seraphine. I am excited to learn more about all the different types of ways that we can bond together as a community. And I personally am very interested in the medical arts. If you know anything about Supreme Archivist Alarius, I am closely connected to him, and I'm very excited to see you." She sits back down.
I invented a medical device, Debi.
Really?
Yeah, they use it all the time.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
The person directly behind Seraphine stands up. This is another more sandy blonde, very similar to Ash's type of hairstyle. Comes down to about her shoulder blades. And as she stands up, this person is dressed very promiscuously. Cleavage out. Yeah. Fabric kind of falling off her shoulders. Everything is very drapey. And she kind of looks at everybody with this, very alluring is a way to put it. I guess there's a certain level of confidence and security in who she is. She looks over everybody and she says, "Hello, my name is Lyra. I'll be here just to help you in the holistic natural arts. I do palm reading, I do astral signing, and if you're interested in horoscopes, I do a weekly version of that as well. I'm happy to read your fortune if you'd like me to. Thank you." Sits back down. Next person who stands up. Thank you. Appreciate it. The next person who stands up doesn't really even stand up. Kind of just throws up a hand, and you didn't really notice them at first. It is this tiny person sitting in a chair, and they have a hood up over their head, and they're just kind of sitting back in the chair, and they just kind of and don't say anything. And then Dean Hardmire goes, "Come on, you have to say something." And you hear kind of this, and stands up, puts the hood down. They have this classic emo cut, black hair with these pointed ears, and they turn around and they look at everybody. "Elias, I'm here, stay out of my way, please." And sits back down, puts the hood up.
And then you said they're short like a halfling?
Yes.
Yeah.
Next person who stands up is this very rugged and rough with a little bit of a beard going on man who stands up, and he has this long brown hair that's unkempt and doesn't really look like it's been taken care of that well. Very natural feeling and looking clothes as he stands up and he says, "Hello, my name is Saren. I'm here interested in nature and learning how to survive in nature. That's kind of my goal. Yeah, talk to me. I'm your nature boy, I guess." Okay. Thanks.
All right, that was awkward.
All right, and he sits back down. The next seat is empty. At least, so you...
A ghost?
And initially, that was where the little gnome boy sat.
He is currently right up
Karl's butt?
Karl's butt.
No.
I didn't even figure it down there.
You realize that he wheeled around back behind you.
Oh, right.
And you don't really know why.
Okay.
But you've kind of been watching other people that you thought he was right there. So you're kind of caught off guard a little bit when everybody turns around to look at you because you thought you had a little bit more time.
Hi everybody, my name is Debi. I am so happy to be here and I can't wait to meet all of you guys. I'm here for mostly politics, but a little bit of music, but really I'm so thrilled to have this opportunity and I cannot wait to be friends with you guys. Thank you. Stop. Thanks.
And
Leans over
Stellan,
to Zephyr. That's my cousin.
and Stellan stands up and he's like, well, it's hard to follow that, but I'll do my best. Hi, I'm Stellan. Karl and I actually work together. We work with the Cosmicosa. You probably know him from his other inventions. I'm more the science guy. If you want to get to know me, I'll probably be up on the roof with my telescope. Or probably in the classroom. Heavily studious me. Right, that's what I got to say. Karl?
Oh, shit. Right. And I guess I'll stand up. Yeah, I'll be a good boy. Hello. My name is Karl Slaughter. I am not really sure what I'm doing here. I've been asked to be here by my family and other like-minded individuals, and I am looking forward to see whatever is going to happen.
Woohoo!
With that,
Yeah, I was gonna look around and
Yeah.
be like, what are people thinking of me? Because I'm definitely feeling eyes.
and I actually should have told you this as
Oh,
well.
sorry.
No, that's on me. As you turn around and look, you see that the gnome kid that you have not noticed before.
Staring fucking daggers at me.
But it's not
But
daggers.
yeah,
That's
he's got
adoration.
eye boners right
I
now.
don't,
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever seen like a kid who was like a couple
I've seen
grades
kids
below.
before, yeah.
Oh, shit, you have? Good.
I don't know if you've seen like a kid who's like a couple grades below you.
That's an alley oop right there. I've never seen kids before. Yeah.
I've seen a couple of those.
Oh boy. Oh no.
It wasn't me this time.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple of
I've seen a couple of those before.
just a couple though.
I'm just, you know.
Still trying to learn how to make one, but
Oh.
No!
Well, you're gonna learn here.
yeah.
Yeah.
This episode. No.
I'm good.
All right.
I'm contained.
When you make your speech and you say your
Skipped
things.
over me. He said, "You're done."
Yeah, you're in trouble.
Yeah,
You're in
yeah.
trouble.
Wait,
No,
no,
you're-
what happened with
No. Do it.
I'll come back. I'll come back to her. You see that you make an impression on a number of people.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You.
Oh.
Yeah.
Little old me.
The one that you make the biggest impression on is the dwarf boy who's sitting right behind you. Red hair dwarf boy, who kind of, as you turn around, he's looking at you with these big doe brown eyes.
Wow.
That's just like, make a insight check.
I will.
But will you, though?
If it'll
Hmm?
load, yeah.
No, there you go.
That was almost the worst I could have done. 13.
13. You are well versed in this type of social interaction.
Right.
Man's got a crush on you now.
That's fine.
Yep.
We'll see how far that
It's
goes.
'cause you're a heckin' cutie.
I'm pink, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you see that you have made an impression on the woman all the way on Karl's left, the one who...
Zafira.
Zafira. I don't know if you caught her name, but...
Oh, I mean, I'm pretty sure I heard it over my vibrations.
Okay.
But yes.
Asher, the guy in the very front,
Mm.
who's just kind of like giving you the little nod.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Like a little slut.
Stay the fuck away from my cousin.
Cedric,
Okay.
who is kind of looking back at you with this kind of semblance of, oh, this is a very, this seems like a very friendly person.
Okay.
Cool, good to know. Grush, who kind of sees you in the same, who you get the impression is kind of the same thing, where it's like, good and easy person for me to practice on.
Cool. To practice what though?
A girl that's in the row behind you. She has darker brown hair.
Okay.
You don't really recognize her, but she looks very well dressed and well put together.
Mm-hmm.
And then you also recognize that Elias recognizes you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And there's that kind of like look back, like actual take in who it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then they turn back around and you see them kind of like rub their head,
Uh-huh.
kind of go like that.
Mm-hmm.
Saren also takes a shine to you, as well as a stereo.
A stereo. Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting. All right.
Carl,
Yeah.
your speech is a little awkward, a little stilting.
Yep.
You are already on Zafira's good side,
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
you already recognize. As you're looking forward, you see that you recognize it's the same look. Asher is also kind of giving you the same like
So I'm
nod.
going.
Stay the fuck away from me.
He wants everybody.
Oh, damn.
So he's
Same-
This man's. Oh yeah.
Same girl that was behind you also takes a look at you, but you gather it's a different kind of look.
Mm-hmm.
Hard to tell at this point. It's hard to tell what exactly is going on. And then also the dwarf boy that's sitting behind you is giving you kind of like this pleasant, like nice smiley look. All of this pales in comparison, though, to the gnome boy when you turn around, who is looking at you with the most.
Jesus Christ.
Who's that?
Do you actually react like that?
Probably not as loud, but just
Okay.
probably just like a, holy shit.
Sorry. Hi.
Hello.
And he's like a little shaky with how intensely he's looking at you.
Carl like stands for a moment, like kind of like looking at him and looking around, like, and then sits down.
And he's kind of like,
Do you see him too?
are you going to keep looking at him?
No, I'll lean over past to Debi.
I
Do you see him too?
do.
And as you keep,
Thank God.
and he's going to kind of look, and you're going to, hi, and he's going to go. And kind of realize himself what he's doing and how he must look.
Uh-huh.
And he sits back.
Zafira,
And
just double checking. You see him too, right?
you lean over and she's already stood up.
You see.
He's there. He's real.
Hello, everybody. My name is Zafira. If you need me, I'll be in the library, probably. I like to read. I want to read.
Is there anyone interested in her?
When you look around and you see if anyone else is interested in her, there was something about the way that she presented herself in this uncaring kind of like whatever tone of voice. You get a bigger sense of attraction from Asher.
He's a whore.
He's kind of been nodding at everybody. With her though, it's a very clear and obvious like lean forward, like, all right, cool, target acquired type of look.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. So he's a bitch. I'm gonna fight him.
Additionally, you also see that Seraphine in the very front row sees her stand up, and she does a similar to what Elias did from you. She does a similar like look back and then looks forward and kind of looks straight ahead and doesn't say.
Who is this?
Seraphine.
Interesting. T. Are we writing this down? No takers.
I
got you.
Oh.
Those are the main ones.
Interesting thought.
Mhm.
Interesting thought.
Asher must die. No, we can't do it. Must do it.
Build a pipe bomb.
As we go back behind, we see that this is where the dwarf boy is. You see the dwarf boy kind of stands up and he goes, "Hello, my name's Corbin. I'm just really excited to cook. I hope that I can make y'all something. Let me know if there's anything that you like to eat. Let me know allergies, definitely. If you have celiacs, it's hard to cook around that, but I'll find some gluten-free stuff. I can do that. Yeah, okay." And he sits back down. And he is in particular going to like glance over at you, and he's going to see you clapping for him, and he's going to kind of
Oh my god, it's crazy.
Next up, you have the girl who has looked at a couple of you and seen your interest, and she kind of stands up. And as she stands up, she throws her hair back over her shoulder, and she's wearing this to the not think Clueless from like for like that type of preppy outfit.
Right. Where it's all designer.
All designer, all top of the line. Some alterations may have been made here and there, but it all works, and she is rocking it.
Mm-hmm.
As she stands up and
Slay
flicks her
queen.
head,
She's wearing hoochie.
and she says, "Hello, everybody. My name's Maribel. I am really excited to get to know everybody and see how we all get along together. I am really into fashion. Please talk to me about anything having to do with the top names, top brands. I want to make sure everybody leaves here looking fantastic." Okay, thank you. And sits back down. With that, the next person who stands up is Oren. Stands up is an operative word. As he kind of gets out of his chair and stands there. And he goes, "Hi, my name's Oren. Really excited to make inventions. Really hoping to learn from some of the people in this room.
Oh my god.
I'm looking to get as much knowledge as I can, and hopefully we'll, make something really cool together. Okay, thanks." And he sits back down. The next person is Sariva, who's sitting in front of you. And she stands up and she says, "Hello, I am Sariva." And as she kind of says this, her hair is billowing on its own. You think initially it's the movement, but then it keeps moving. And it's this gray-white type of billow that comes down her shoulders. And you see this kind of, where Nerine is more of a shimmer and a glisten.
She's more like the
she,
tall grass and the
exactly,
wind.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's, and her skin just kind of naturally does that. It's really kind of
Cool.
almost hypnotic in a certain
Chimpanzees
way.
are so fucking cool. man.
And she stands there and she says, "Hello, you may know me from the magical circus, and I am happy to hone my skills and get to know you. This will be fun year. Have a good day." Sits back down. Keeping going back around, we have Nerine.
So Nerine, who is perched on top of her seat, she just kind of stands on the back of it. Just kind of like precariously perched.
Uh-huh.
Hi, my name is Nerine Watercress. I am from Aquafaria. This is my first time on land, so I'm really excited to get my feet dry. And I am really excited to meet everyone and get to know everyone and learn about life here on land. If anyone has any questions about the ocean, feel free to ask me. She kind of does like a little curtsy with her like little shimmery cape thing. And then she just kind of hops back down onto her little perch.
Who notices?
Who notices?
I'm just gonna
Cedric
get ready
sees
for
you in
Asher.
kind of the same way that Debi, that he saw Debi, which is, okay, cool, friendly person. That's nice.
That's
Um,
Grush.
That's
No,
Cedric.
Cedric.
Sorry.
Grush already knows you, kind of similar. The other people you wouldn't expect. You haven't seen much out of them. Where Elias was negative on Debi, he is positive on you. And he is taken aback by this different person. You get the sense that you've made an impression. Similarly, and you can't really tell why. You're not, unless you want to make an insight check. If
I'll
this,
do an insight check.
okay, go for it.
Let's see. Ooh. That is 28.
28. Perfect then. It is subtle. It is hard to pick up. I'm not even sure you pick it up.
What is it?
Asterial in the very front row, where all the other times she's been polite, when she sees you and hears about your background and your history, kind of does a little like head tilt of like a curious type of look.
Not negative. I thought you were about to be like, fucking hates you. I was like, what a surprise.
You may have had more impressions. However, you're sitting next to Aurelia.
Yeah.
And when you stood up, there were a scattered amount of gasps as they realized who you were sitting next to.
Yeah, that's me.
And you said your piece and everybody was more or less polite. But then Aurelia stands up and there is an instant wave of kind of a hush and kind of a scattered, thing or a scattered impression throughout the room.
Splattering of murmuring.
Pretty much everyone in the place has some sort of impression. Of note, you clock, and you would clock as well. Everybody would clock that Asher is drooling
Of course.
at this point.
Physically?
No, not literally, but like he's like I'm about to get myself a bag. Absolutely.
Thank God.
He's such a bitch.
In addition, Lyra and Seraphine look at her with this immense amount of respect and admiration. Stellan is starstruck by her, as well as Corbin.
I just lean over to Stellan. You're up.
And he kind of goes, shut up. I'm not going to. No, I'm not going to. Stop it. Oh my God. And she kind of stands up and she says, I hate it when you do that. I can't stand it when you do that. You know it makes me laugh. And Aurelia stands up and she kind of has this air of, yeah, it's me. And she says, hello, my name is Aurelia. I'll most likely be in the practice rooms. Please don't ask me for too many autographs. I'll give everybody one. Thank you. And sits back down. And go ahead and make insight checks for people who care.
I mean, I
Yes.
care, but not
That's a
specifically because it's
28?
her.
Okay, cool.
Curious. 8.
Again, I'm rolling poorly with this. 16.
16.
Did she like me? No.
No, I rolled an 8.
Okay,
Is she
cool.
looking at the science guy? Yeah.
Both of you guys are kind
Calm
of
down,
like,
don't I?
okay, whatever. Yep, that's cool that Aurelia's here. You two clock, because it is readily apparent. She's tired. This is
Homegirl needs a break.
Yeah,
She needs a nap.
She needs a break.
Yeah.
Next, we have Grush, as there's this kind of
Oh, God.
as he stands up
Big man.
and he kind of
Big boy.
adjusts his tie, which is still like
He's
around,
adorable.
basically a choker around his neck.
Oh yeah.
He's the only one in the
And the
audi-
tie's as big as yours. Like the D20 is the furthest the tie goes down.
He's the only person in this auditorium who's dressed in anywhere near formal.
I mean, I'm like a business casual.
Right, but he's like
No,
in
but he's like
suit.
dressed like as if we're going to a prep school.
Oh
Like,
my
you
god,
know.
like a cutie pie.
Yeah.
He-
oh my god,
he is
he's
this
a baby.
He's a
very,
boy.
very large, but he's dressed in this very compact suit that kind of scrunches him in. He's very clearly uncomfortable.
One wrong move, he's gonna Hulk out.
I can't wait.
As
Like
he
the
takes,
pants, though.
as he stands up, he starts to take out the book and then puts it away, and then reaches into an inner pocket and pulls out this piece of paper, which he unravels. And he stands there and he goes, hello, Etherreach students. My name is Grush. I am from the Northumbrian dynasty. Please be patient with me as I learn your language. I am happy to be here. And he kind of looks up at this. And you two are clapping, and he's loving that he's getting some attention.
I can help you with languages. I've taught some before.
Takes out his book. What?
I can help you learn
Can-
common.
I'm-
I've taught it before.
I'm gonna hold on just real quick. Use my universal speech.
And he's going to, as you're looking that up, he's just gonna look at you and say, thank you, and sits back down and kind of...
Yeah, I'm just gonna universally speech to him and be like, Karl's really good at teaching languages.
You're talking like through people.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
Okay, cool.
Karl's really good at teaching languages.
And Corbin's gonna see that you're speaking through him, and he's gonna kind of like,
Oh.
okay. Move off to the side. Maribel's not gonna move.
You like put your hand on both of their heads.
Hey!
And when you say that, to him, he's gonna kind of be in his own little world, and then he's gonna hear you, and he's gonna immediately like jump to you, and he's gonna go, him? Mm-hmm. Okay. After this.
Yeah.
Okay. And then he's gonna look at you.
Melron will stand up.
As you stand up, because you're
Oh
gorgeous.
shit! I
You're
gotta
so
get ready.
fucking hot.
Gorgeous.
I gotta get ready. We're gonna get a lot of this.
Smoldering.
We gotta get ready for this. We gotta get ready for this.
Smoldering. As hot as Aurelia. Just not nearly as well known.
Yeah.
Uh,
Sexy.
There
This
is
is how hot people are in the back.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
where all of you
That's
where
like rushes in the
there
back
was
of
kind of
us.
like this muted hush and these kind of whispered voices as Aurelia stood up. With you, there is a silence that falls over everybody as you stand up. Like, you hid really well and you were in the back. So the fact that you then stood up and, oh my god, how did we miss this person?
Oops.
This silence falls over the crowd. In particular, before you even speak, Asher, gives you eyes.
You were the only person Azure did not give any eyes to,
Yeah.
that you didn't catch at least.
Yeah.
But
Well, he was too busy looking at my, my roommate. She's okay, I guess.
mhm.
She has a beautiful person.
I'm not even going to write a question mark for you. Just Melron. Yes, he likes you.
Maribel,
Okay.
Lyra, Elias, and Seraphine has a strong reaction, but it's difficult to tell whether it's a romantic or a friendly reaction.
Interesting.
Yes.
Fascinating.
So this is the immediate reaction that you get from people. Now let's see what you say.
Hello, everyone. My name is Melron Vala. I graduated from the military academy. I'm here to broaden my horizons and expand my career path opportunities.
And I'll sit down.
You already expected this, so it's not a surprise to you. In the same way that you guys clocked Seraphine turn away from Zafira, you see a very similar reaction from Asterial to Melron's.
I already put that. She does not like him.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But we didn't know that before now. Interesting.
And your characters know now.
Yeah, now our characters know. I'm logging it in here.
Locking and loading up
Yeah.
in the noggin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now whether Layne's brain remembers or not.
Layne's Brain is a great Nickelodeon show.
Layne's brain. There's like flowers and bumblebees everywhere. It's great. Continue, DM.
So with all the introductions being done, Dean Hardmire calls everybody's attention. She says, "Wonderful! Okay, so as you can see, we have a motley crew of characters here. I'm sure that all of you will be dying to get to know your fellow classmates. So, to ease this process a little bit, we, the teachers, have taken the time to gather everybody's different facts and their different backgrounds, and we're going to try to make sure that everybody is part of a group that is fairly diverse in their interests. So, with that being said, let's call out what we're calling the study groups."
Haha! Wasn't that great? I think so. If you'd like to hear more, subscribe to the Homebrew Podcast Network, and we'll see what happens with the rest of the story.